The Illuminati are planning to take over the world. The space aliens have arrived. Grab your hats. This is tinfoil hat time.
Greetings and welcome back to Tinfoil Hat Time. Well, you guys asked when's the next Tinfoil Hat Time. Like I said, when I find something that's really Tinfoil Hat Time worthy, and I think that Microsoft Managed Desktop probably qualifies, particularly when I read the intriguing list of countries where it is arriving. So greetings, everybody. Oh boy, Big Brother is watching. Oh Lord, Red Falcon Run is here. That is my big brother. All right, check out redfalconrun.com. All right, okay. Hello, Farron OS. We are witnessing Microsoft releasing a Windows 10 subscription where they're in control of your computer. That's right. Hello, Marek. Greetings. I do not remember seeing you before. So hello, everybody. Say hello to Marek. All my PCs have Windows 10. Do I now have to rush install Mint on all these? You need to decide what you need to do with your operating systems. This is part of this. There is a deep concern here, but this, I'll just footnotes at the beginning. This more relates to corporate, at least for now. Who knows what this is going to turn into down the road. But we'll see. Oh, let's see. Well, yeah, Microsoft has considerable control over Windows 10 even before the subscription thing happening. Yep. Almost got me. My main problem right now is I can get around most Linux distros easily, but my parents never even knew about Linux until I told them. Their switch will be much more painful. Yeah, happens. Also, I will heavily rely on compatibility with printers, scanners. So far, Ubuntu and Mint seem the most. Yeah, it depends on which printers and scanners. So, like, I have my all-in-one, which is a laser printer with a scanner. The printer generally works with open source drivers. I have to install proprietary drivers for the scanner, but they are distributed by the manufacturer. So as long as I stay within Deb or RPM, I can install them without a problem. You can also give them Zorin OS or Farron OS if their hardware is good enough, or heck, give them Farron OS KDE once it's out. There you go. Very cool. All right. Jack, hello there. MS, not ME. Yu-Gi-Oh! Greetings, Yu-Gi-Oh! And hello, Alice. Hello, Censored Tech. Farewell, Linux. Hello, Herd. Where's the Herd? Hello, Peter. Greetings. Let's see. Not much waiting for the live stream. Lost into the woods. I'm going after 24. I'm gonna be back. All right. All right. So I'm running Ubuntu 18.04 with GNOME 2 Flashback. Very good. Sudo be right back in ETA 18. There you go. Hello, Midnight Owl. I want to share with you one cool alias, please. Sudo history p. Okay. Now instead shouting sudo, you can politely ask my PC to execute the command. There you go. All right. All right. All right. Okay, looks like the Illuminati are finally having their way. Yep. Whole minute, whatever shall we do? I know, but I like letting you guys know if I'm going to be late. You know, even if it's only a minute. Hey, I was a geek that way. Hello, Keegan, and hello, Mr. GFY. Greetings. Starting to twiddle your thumbs. Uh-oh. All right, cup of bola. I got a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee and my nice snazzy stainless steel Switch to Linux mug. You can pick one up at shop.switchtolinux.com. These are like 20 bucks maybe, I think. Echo, hello world. Hello world. Hello world. All right. Hello kitty. I remember that toy. You guys remember that? Yeah, the cat was like right next to the microphone. Could you hear him purring? Robert Fitzpatrick, hello there. And Joe Johnson, greetings. Red Falcon Run, hello. Unsterball, I don't remember seeing you before, so hello to you. All right, LOL, Deepen cameoed the intro with notification. Yes, I will be so happy to get Deepen off my desktop. I am going to be doing Linux Mint Debian Edition next. In fact, I wanted to get rid of it already, but the reason I didn't is too many people ask me what's better, Deepen Manjaro or Deepen. Footnotes, preview of coming attractions, Deepin is better than Deepin Manjaro, in my opinion. And I'll detail why when I actually get to the video. Hello, Thomas Holt. Greetings. Tinfoil Tommy. Yes, what was intro done with Blender? It was a combination of Blender and Kdenlive. The first clip where I'm over in front of the Big Brother poster reading the book. So what was done with that is the initial animation part was done in Blender, and then of course I green screened over. I probably want to re-record part of that because my new green screen setup is way better than the old green screen setup. Like this one here is a pretty flawless green screen. I could actually probably get rid of the cut and actually put like, I lost my arm, I lost my arm. I could probably get rid of that cut now because the green screen here is so good where it is. So I could probably do that. But yes, it was done with Blender and Kdenlive. Saudi, greetings and how are you? KO2610, your number is called. Hello there. Chat comment survived from 2 hours ago. That is crazy. Russia installed Trinity instead. All right. Where are you? Is this it's Devil's Den? I think Windows Central is where I grabbed this photo from, so presumably Windows Central is the photo credit for this. But yeah, and of course we have the Illuminati, we have the alien, and there's actually a fingerprint back there too, right under the M. Of course, I'm pretty much gonna be blocking it the whole time, but got my couple aliens, got my Illuminati. You know, I don't have a whole lot of time. Gotta get back to your niece. All right. Well, Red Falcon Run's gotta go. Bring the baby up, man. Let's gotta get her familiar with Five Eyes and all this scary stuff Microsoft is doing from the get-go. Then she will not be indoctrinated into the horribleness that is Windows. I mean, come on, man, come on. How's audio, by the way? Is audio good, or should I make an adjustment? I kind of want to move my mic a little bit closer and angle it a little bit better. That might be a little bit better for you guys. So my apologies if you had your volume down a little bit. I see I'm barely getting into the yellow. EU time zone. Yes, this is my EU friendly friendly live stream. Hello, Michael, and I will be doing another live stream tonight. I'm thinking I'll be what is it tonight? It's Wednesday, so 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Don't let Stallman find out. I have a Microsoft desktop background. Oh, shh. I'm gonna tell him about it. I'm gonna go talk to him and mention your name. Smash that like button if you guys want. Thank you very much, Yu-Gi-Oh, for that. All right, spyware for Lexus. Lexus puts Alexa into their... Oh, lordy. Can we just, like... I want to have, like, an Alexa-free life, okay? How's the kitty? I have not seen fleas on him. I still see a little bit of evidence here and there, but I haven't seen fleas since I moved in its new place. I think the biggest help is this place has hardwood floors all around. There's, like, the only place with any carpeting in this whole place is the stairs. And so, it's pretty good. Left deepen, switch to parrot home. All right. That was still funny though. Okay. Install GNOME in Linux Mint. Do I have to? I hate GNOME and I like Linux Mint. I don't know. We'll see what I can do. Curious about the green screen. I notice it's not entirely straight. Some wrinkles, but you don't notice. The reason you don't notice is because my light. My light is a All right, that's not going to be good audio, but give me a second. Let me get the, for whatever reason, the meteor might just, like, it's still on. It's just not picking up. 1 second. Check, check. Well, that was weird. Okay. I had to do a weird workaround to get it working, and that was weird. Oh, well. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm not sure what you guys missed, but we'll figure it out later. Was back, gone again. Yep. All right, is it good? Are we good now? Audio good? Audio good? Audio good? Audio good? Sound is back. All right, sound is back and it's good. All right, so yeah, I mean, I don't know what just happened. I basically just had to move my I had to move my system over to defaulting. For whatever reason, OBS stopped picking up the Meteor mic directly, so I had to move the Meteor mic onto default and switch OBS to go default. Okay. See, sound isn't all that bad in Linux, actually. It's actually pretty good. It's just an easy, it's not the way I'd prefer it, but that's the way it is. All right, so let's see. Don't know. All I heard is there'll be a false flag before Election Day. There's always flags on the field. There's always flags on the field. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and jump on into this exciting topic. What is going on here? So what is going on is, of course, we talked about this whole issue, and there have been a lot of, since Windows 10 came out, people talking about Windows is going to be doing a subscription model. And then a story broke from ZNet that they were pushing out a subscription service to Windows 10. And what ended up happening is there was a whole lot of hoopla around it, and a lot of it was just FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, because ultimately it was never in the plan necessarily that we know of, tip of the tinfoil hat, to push that towards the consumer model. However, there are optional methods already where you can do a cloud-based Windows 10, and they are pushing out an optional servicing with the Xbox. It would not surprise me to see this coming out for Windows as well. Tinfoil hat, this is probably coming. But what we're talking about here today is the Microsoft Managed Desktop, which is an enterprise thing. This is not a consumer thing. This is an enterprise thing. Who's to say this isn't a testing ground to see if they can do it for the whole world? But this is still interesting enough. So where did all this come from? Well, it actually started with a job post back in July 26, a solution specialist, MMD, and that was kind of a new thing at Microsoft. So this had occurred and showed up in July. And this post, by the way, is very scary. Now, some of it's the corporate speak that's just frightening. Anyway, some of this is just like, have a look at this guy. Position in North Central, our mission is to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. That's why I'm leaving the planet. I don't want Microsoft involved everywhere. All right, I'm a part of the. If you guys didn't know that, I mean, I am a member of the reptilian alien species. The cat is actually my handler. I have clearance to tell you that much. I just can't tell you more. This is a very nice, elaborate mask. All right, so the mission is ambitious and at the core of our customers deeply care about. We have unique capability in harmonizing needs of both individuals and organizations. We deeply care about taking things global and making a difference in lives and organizations in all corners of the planet. They are always learning and insatiably curious. That quote from Malcolm in Jurassic Park shows up at this point in time. You guys never stopped. I can't remember the quote. You guys know what I'm talking about. We tried so, like, I don't know, whatever it is, but they just kept on trying to, they never stopped to ask if they should do all these things. And their everlasting, insatiable objective to reach their end. I mean, this is scary. But anyway, they are insatiable curious. Okay. We lean into uncertainty, take risks, and learn quickly from our mistakes. No, they don't. It took them over a couple years to get the message that people don't like the new Skype. They do not learn quickly from their mistakes. We stand in awe of what humans dare to achieve and are motivated every day to empower others to do more and achieve more through our technology and innovation. Together, we can make a difference. All right. We found the scary part. Okay, are you passionate about helping customers drive digital transformation? Are you looking for a position where you'd be central in driving high impact in one of the Microsoft's new cloud offerings? As GBB, Microsoft 365 Managed Desktops will be part of a team, the Global Black Belts, GBB Global Black Belts, of sellers spearheading a new set of services, Microsoft 365 Managed Desktop, or MMD, that will enable customers to accelerate their ability to deliver a modern workplace that is loved by users and trusted by IT. I don't think it's loved by users or trusted by IT. 365, okay, MMD is a new per-subscription service that enables customers with devices that can take advantage of the latest productivity tools and technologies, device as a service, in a secure, monitored, and supported IT environment, IT as a service. The role provides unique opportunity to be part of a team that will help capture the learnings that will be used to influence the go-to-market strategy of this new exciting service. In this role, you will identify, qualify, own, and close opportunities for 365 MMD, requiring orchestration access, modern workplaces ranging from fields. All right, so that's kind of what they have going on. That was essentially, this is a sales job, all right? This isn't to develop the product, this is just to sell the product. So the idea was to start taking this MMD, Microsoft Managed Desktop, which is a way to basically crowd IT out of small companies and basically move all that stuff into Microsoft's corporate grip instead. Now, it's not to completely lay off IT, it's to make sure that IT is focusing more on what is in your building other than your Windows computers, and your Windows computers will then cover that. So, of course, we have, this is the article that came out in July. And we talked about this, I think it was on one of the news programs is where we talked about this article here in July. And so that's that. Now, this was their actual press release. So Microsoft's press release, I think this is the one that has the scary, creepy stuff in it. We've consistently heard from our customers, both large and small, they struggle to keep up with the pace of changes in technology. They feel pulled between the requirement to stay secure and up to date against the need to drive more business value. They are challenged to deliver the great user experiences that employees want and expect. And the sophistication of today's security threats requires organizations to rethink how they deploy, manage, and secure assets for their users. The cloud has dramatically changed the way which we can deliver, manage, and update devices, which creates an opportunity to think about how we deliver a modern desktop with Microsoft 365 in new and different ways. So today they're announcing MMD, a new initial offering that brings together 365 Enterprise, device as a service, so you're renting your devices, cloud-based device management by Microsoft. MMD enables its customers to maximize their IT organization's focus on their business while Microsoft manages their desktop. So again, it's not necessarily to lay off all of the IT guys, but definitely take away a lot of their responsibilities. All of their responsibilities for that. So basically, instead of paying the fee to have an IT guy, they are instead going to be paying a subscription service to Microsoft in order to do that instead. And so, with that being said, we are going to see a reduction of job and or pay from IT. We're going to see some companies lay off their IT altogether, particularly your smaller companies who may need to have guys. This will impact people like me who are freelancers in the IT and technology sectors, because there's less need for someone like me to come in and help fix things. Like, I mean, I have clients that I go in and I look at some computers and networking stuff and even fix some Windows 10 issues. So this is basically is going to be expensive in a way for Microsoft to make money, but it's going to be cheaper than hiring the IT guy as himself. And so with that being said, what will end up happening is that this is going to shift a lot more money in this sector to Microsoft and a whole lot less to individuals and to people, meaning the corporate Microsoft is going to make a whole lot more money, and individual guys are going to have to either, more guys are going to be laid off, more guys are going to take pay cuts, and there will be some issues, other social issues, like everyone else's jobs leaving. So now Microsoft is now taking jobs from IT, thanks to automation and corporateness. And so basically when you get this thing, you get the computer ships to you. All you do is log in. It takes all of your cloud information and configures a group policy that Microsoft controls and dictates. Now, what of course is Microsoft's default? Collect everything. Collect it all. Collect it all. Collect it all. And so, of course, they're selling this as, if the computer breaks, they'll have overnight replacement of the devices. You have basically the IT is no longer involved. Now, understand that the IT in any business, in any corporate structure, has a gross amount of data at their fingertips. My biggest concern for this is how much of data, not just of the employees I'm talking about, but of the customers is also gathered. Who is one of Microsoft's big team partners right now? Walmart. Wally World, that's right. What if these companies, what if all these small companies that you're doing business with on a regular basis quietly go to this and you don't hear about it? The problem is now Microsoft has all that information, and we have precious little in the way of laws and things that we can actually do to make things good or right in our world. For example, data collection. Do you know there are thousands of analytics firms and data brokers that all have our data? Most of them do not have a lot of people. Most of them, one or two people, organizations may or may not actually understand a lot about security. Huge hacking targets. I mean, even Equihacks. I've never done business with Equihacks, yet they, to save money, prevented data from leaking, and my data, along with pretty much every other American adult data, was leaked out to hackers. All of it. All people who have never done business with Equihacks, never agreed to Equihacks to have their data, barely even knew what data they had. This is a problem. We need laws in this country which dictate a few things. One of those things I'd like to see is explicit opt-in only of data. Obviously, if you do business with a company, there is some degree of opt-in data, but we have to have the ability to control that data. For example, I have been getting spammed by Comcast, which I don't even want to do business with, but I don't have a choice. I've been spammed by Comcast, all right, on email. There's no unsubscription, and they're all quote-unquote related to service, so they don't qualify under this can spam. I called them up like multiple times. I finally called them up again today and said, listen, I do not consent to you having my email address. There's no reason you need my email address. I don't do anything with you in that manner. You send me a bill in the mail, and I will send you a check in the mail. That's how I work, all right? That's what we're going to do. I should switch to money orders, come to think of it. I don't know. Is it worth the extra cost to do money orders? I don't know. But anyway, after a period of time, it's like I said to the lady on the phone, I said, can you just delete the email? No, we can't just delete the email. Why? I said, I do not consent to having the email. I do not need the email. You do not need the email to provide me the internet service. I don't consent to it. I do not consent to you sending me messages. We need laws in this country to protect us from data firms like Cambridge Analytica, like Equihacks. And, people like me, I don't really care to borrow money. I don't want a credit bureau report. Oh my God, let's worship at the FICO altar. No. FICO can go suck it. All right? FICO needs to die. You realize the FICO score has 5 components, and all of them is how much you play kissy face with your bank. How much money do you borrow? How much do you pay it back? What is your debt to income ratio? I mean, there are 5 of them. Every bit of them is how much money you borrow. If you stop borrowing money and you pay off all your loans and you live on cash and you don't have a credit card, your FICO score drops to 0. Does that mean you're bad with money? No, it actually means you're exceptionally good with money. But we've been duped into the system. I want to say, opt out of this crap. I don't want you to have access to this information. I don't want this information out there. If a bank wants to loan me money, they can use their brain and look at my assets and look at my ability and look at my job and do manual underwriting and go, yeah, okay, this is a good guy. We can probably lend him a little bit of money. We don't need to get FICO involved, okay? And so this is the type of stuff we're talking about. Now, with all of this, how does this relate back to Microsoft? Because Microsoft in their corporate policies here will have the full ability now to gather not only information on that data, but also information on the customers of that business. At what point in time can I tell Microsoft, I don't want my information anywhere in your databases? Because that's the default. Remember the default for Microsoft. Store everything in the cloud, push cloud backups, get everything up there, give us all your data, and we, the end users, have 0 say in what's going on. Of course, they are pushing this up for the benefit. Analytics benefits all customers. Analytics are the heart of MMD. Need I say more? No, analytics is data analysis. That's what it is. We leverage analytics to provide operational and security insights and learning so we can constantly monitor and improve, as well as enable us to manage the global MMD device population. I think they just said they're running a botnet. All right, we can consistently monitor and improve. So they're collecting all of this data so they can consistently monitor and improve, as well as enable us to manage the global MMD device population. Now, they have an example here. I don't think the example's right here, actually. But one of the good things that could come from this, one of the neat examples is if some crypto virus hits one business, Microsoft will see it a lot faster and be able to protect the rest of the businesses from it. That's a benefit. I'm not going to decry that, but I would still personally prefer businesses have good backup strategies that don't require storing everything in the cloud, and that Microsoft not get involved and get their little fingers all over every bit of data, which includes customer data, and that means data on me and you as we interact with businesses, and we may or may not know who actually has access to this. All right. Let's see. As an example, we use insights and AI. We do not need AI, people. You guys, have we watched this? By the way, you guys kept on talking about iRobot and how it relates to our modern society, and I looked into it. I did never see the movie. I found it at our local Goodwill, so I bought a copy of iRobot, and I'll watch it soon. So I'll let you guys know what I think of iRobot when I get there. But we don't need more AI. All right. Okay, to determine which devices are ready for feature updates, or conversely, whether a specific app is blocking a device's ability to update so we can act. I think that they're attacking Spybot anti-beacon? Pretty sure. All right. Customer and partner insight and feedback. Customer feedback and insight are also the heart of MMD. We have deployed MMD in a measured approach with a set of early customers, leading to hundreds of changes in Microsoft 365 to do better enable end-to-end scenarios for customers around the world. We are delighted to be working in partnership with Lloyd's Banking Group. Great, now they have our financial data. To deploy MMD, as well as Seattle Rain FC. These organizations, I don't know who Seattle Rain FC is. Do I want to know who Seattle Rain FC is? Let's see. Who's Seattle Rain FC? No. Founding member of 10-team Women's National Soccer League. Oh, okay. It's a soccer league. Okay, that's okay. I don't mind. I don't like sports. I don't care. You can take the sports fanatics if you want. Okay, these organizations are united by their desire to transform and modernize the user experience and shift to a modern desktop. The desktop has been modern. All right. They have been partnering with us to learn from, expand, and develop MMD offerings. They can bring it to more customers and markets in the future. We are also partnering with key strategic partners like Dell, HP, DXC, HCL, Computer Center, yo! An accurate MMD in our MMD journey. Who is Computer Center? I mean, come on, man. Woo! We see great opportunities for our partner ecosystem to expand their existing Microsoft 365 activities. All right, now, that's my thoughts on that. Why did this raise my eyebrows? Today we are live with MMD and a small number of customers in the UK and the USA, and starting operations in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand by early 2019. The Five Eyes is Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, and United States. Tighten your hats, folks. Tighten your hats. This could get interesting. We know that Microsoft gets a lot of requests from government agents. We are aware of this. All right. We are aware of the cooperation that these countries have with each other. We're familiar with the countries and companies' cooperation. Is it interesting? Does anyone else's eyebrows raising when we see Microsoft pushing a complete managed experience, all cloud-based, on a variety of companies that are exclusively starting in the Five Eyes? Maybe it's the Five Eyes are just, you know, the most open to this. But I might expect, like, I don't know, there's other countries I would really expect to see on this. This is creepy to me. So if you're not familiar with the Five Eyes, what is this? Well, this is a collaboration between myself and this kitty, right? Hello. All right. This is a cooperation between 5 countries that was established during World War II to share intelligence among the alliance. And of course, you know, World War II ended quite a number of years ago now, and of course, we are still sharing all this information. So basically, it's the Five Eyes share data between their individual intelligence agencies back and forth, carte blanche. The thing is that it's illegal for the NSA. They do it anyway, but it's illegal for the NSA to spy on us. They do it anyway, like I said. It's illegal for them to spy on us. However, it's not necessarily illegal for, is it MI6 or MA6, whoever it is in England, to spy on us. So they're just like, hey, would you mind spying on XYZ over there? Spy on that weirdo with the tinfoil hat over there. We allege he's part of an alien master race. And then they could just, you know, share information back and forth. That's really what the Five Eyes is. And this is why there's concern about your Five Eyes. And the reality is now this is expanded to the 14 Eyes, and numerous other countries were added to this as well to give us 14 Eyes. And basically, it's kind of frightening to see what this is. And this just raised my eyebrow. Why is it that it's only these 5 countries are where they're starting to launch all these services to? Where they now have full access to all the business. Guys, this is no different from what China's doing. Not a lot. That's a little scary. So this gets a little out there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Now, let's suppose that this isn't just for consumer or just for businesses down the road. If you had the option, well, what if Windows forces this on everybody? What would happen then? What would happen then? I don't know. Guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, and we'll have a look at some comments here. Alrighty. Headline scares me. However, I run Linux, so it isn't that big of a deal, I hope. Well, we don't know, Chad. We don't know. We don't know, man. YouTube, fix the comment feed. Audio's up. Sound is back. Okay. Talk about the Linux COC. I will talk about the Linux Code of Conduct tonight. I'm not all that knowledgeable about audio. What is so bad about Pulse Audio? To be perfectly honest, nothing. I see zero problem with Pulse Audio. I don't have a problem with it. Never had a problem with it on any system. What happened here is a bug that occasionally occurs with OBS. I end up using Pulse Audio to work around to fix OBS. So there is zero wrong with Pulse Audio, as far as I'm concerned. Just kidding, no one loves GNOME. That's pretty... Hey, there's some people that love GNOME. Hello, John Doe. Greetings. Hello, John Doe. I'm a poet. Didn't even know it. Not even garden gnomes. Getting an equalizer installed that will work is the issue with Linux. Microsoft, screw it. I'm off to Linux now. Desktop, more like it. Yeah, there you go. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. We'll put. But in my opinion, the most enlightening on Windows is its policy is fine. Microsoft put on the wiki on vendor lock-in. I recommend you guys read it. From a former high-ranked MS employee, head C. All right. Pulse Audio is not bad, but many implementations are. For example, an XFCE can't choose the volume of programs when those programs are not running. Yeah, I mean, and that's, hey, one of the things about Cinnamon. Cinnamon, I can control everything. Fine detail without extra software. Microsoft needs to talk about Windows 10 these days, not Windows 7. But hey, man, you can actually keep your Windows 7 now. It's security supported. You just have to pay a subscription for it. You shall not pass. Still have my Windows 10. Could not finish upgrading, reversing changes. Do not turn off your PC. 3 times in a row now. Still cannot upgrade since I installed it a month ago. We got a class, the teacher had to wait a few minutes while Windows was updating. Yep. Cloud equals spyware. I concur. Thing I had about Windows 10. Yeah. Microsoft will get away with this as average person would rather pay than go to Linux. Yep. I'm already on Linux now. Says D. Microsoft sells user information. Yep. Sad. Okay, we're waiting with open hands. Those people arguing over the Linux T's and C's don't count. Never ever install Windows 10. You have been warned. There you go. Linux won't ever be for professionals who require Adobe. Maybe professionals just need to stop requiring Adobe. There's lots of things you can do that don't require Adobe. I was done with Adobe about the time they're like, nope, you got to pay subscription models for everything. Ain't happening, brother. IT support Windows is a great gift that keeps on giving. Okay. Not about the subscriptions with cloud services. You should make a video about how to set up a Nextcloud server. It is on my list. I mean, I really have been avoiding it because it's a pain. It's not really that much of a pain, in all honesty. It's just the time it takes to do it. I just need to bite the bullet, take the time, and do it. I mean, I moved all my back-end infrastructure stuff the other day. I mean, it took me an hour, but. All right, about the upgraded from Windows 7 to Windows 10. That was less than a week ago. Uh-oh, that was a downgrade, man. That was a downgrade. So I'd rather have my Wosits crushed in a vice than an admin another Windows box. Yep. Okay. Thomas, professionals don't need it. They just use the lame excuse. Yeah. Fortunately, I cannot remove Windows from my life. I have it installed from a 64 gigabyte USB stick to play some games. Unfortunately, Linux doesn't support the game officially, nor with Windows Wine Steam. And that's a legitimate reason to keep a Windows install around. I like the idea. Keep it on a little USB drive somewhere in the corner. Well, For many, GIMP is not an option. Even CS2 is better than GIMP. No, it's not. GIMP is way better than CS2. GIMP is better than CS4. You know, especially GIMP 210. I mean, look at GIMP 210. That's amazing. Windows. Okay. You don't need to use Windows 10 now that Steam and Playtron is here. Well, it's can't play everything, though. I mean, there's some things you might need. So, I want to remove Microsoft from your life because you don't need to play games. Playing games is a want, not a need. Well, but you know what? If that's what prevents somebody from going postal and crazy, go for it, man. Playing games is fine. Game, I need a dual boot or set up pass-through. Pass-through is not possible with my current hardware. Won't stop playing just because of that stupid statement. Yep, okay. Game is something you want, but we humans need to relax and wind down. Also have other ways for that, music, sports, but games is one of the ways which I relax. Yeah, and that's a legitimate reason to keep a Windows around, you know? I mean, as long as you're not using it for anything else, that's, I mean, for safety. I mean, safety and privacy. They don't run regardless if Lutris or Steam play. Okay. Watching a movie, but more interactive. No, Joe, we're going to delete that one because that's, not nice. Be nice, Joe, be nice. Don't require Adobe, it's just that they're used to Adobe. And that's the problem. That's the problem. They're used to it. And they got so used to it because Adobe so pushed it that Adobe locked you in, and now that you're locked in, guys, realize this. Adobe is a pimp, and you, I'll let you figure out what you are. They got you so addicted to it, it's like a drug dealer, man. They got you addicted to it, and now you just got to keep paying month and 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 year and year and year for the rest of your life. Is it not worth taking some time and learning how to use an alternative? Guys, all this photography is done. GIMP. My video editing done. Kden Live. 3D rendering done. Blender. All open source. I'm very mild compared to you. Wow. The Micro Greetings Wine reduces the performance of every game by 20% or more. Saved up for months. Get a good game PC and refuse to accept reduced performance. Just stay on Linux 24/7. And that is a very good reason to have a Windows install. Yeah. Kill Apple, kill Microsoft, Linux forever. Cloud services are scams. Yep. Hello, Stephen Anderson. Greetings. Not like this, not one bit. Wait until you see Tom raging with fire in the background. He isn't so mild at those moments. Yep. Live under a rock. Solar and batteries. There you go. Ooh, that reminds me. I gotta charge up my solar batteries again. Alright. Mine is loading. What's happening over there? Alright. iRobot is truly a giant botnet. Cool. I'll have to look into it. Yeah. Found it. Found the movie. Got it. I'll watch it if I get a chance. It could be a few weeks, though. Entire internet feeds the AI data. The AI will be a collective hive mind. It won't be assimilated. Resistance is futile. Don't assume I'm not using DXVX. Very good performance. 20% more performance loss. Great movie, though. All praise the might of Arch Linux until it breaks. Problem is, converting people to Linux can be hard, as most don't try anything new. What Tom is doing is what we should all do. Do not argue, but to show people what Linux has to offer. That's what we need to do. Very slowly. And that's why the first step is to teach people how to keep on their current operating system and attempt to use the open source software over there. You can get GIMP, you can get LibreOffice, you can get Blender, you can get all these for Windows too. Learn how to use those, and then when you've figured out how to use those open source programs and you're ready to go, you can make the jump and you're like, why don't even bother with all that stuff? Right. Ultra Insectozeno Bardock. Greetings. Hello. Is it normal for DXVK to have little low performance compared to Windows D3? I'm not the one to answer. Okay, it's been 10 weeks on Arch Linux and it hasn't broken yet. Just English-speaking countries. So remember those solar observatories that were closed down around the world past week? Weren't they running Linux, specifically Deepin? I didn't hear about solar observatories that were closed down over the past week. I'll have to look into it. Just realize this is live. Yes, this is live. It's live. It's live. It's alive. It's alive. 1% or more is not acceptable. It means Windows games. Yep. Okay. There are fools who will come up with all kinds of lame excuses for not searching Linux because they enjoy getting screwed over by Microsoft. Australia doesn't have a federal bill of rights, the weakest of the 5, so they can spy. I'm in part of Four Eyes. We wear glasses. Ooh. GCH. I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay. Please, on the biggest Linux shill out there who'd push people to switch all the time, but shilling for Linux doesn't mean going blind or ignorant to the disadvantages. You are completely right. All right. Benchmark Battlefield V. Okay. I, for one, think Linux is better than Windows, Mac OS, iOS, etc. I really want Linux Phone. All Linux, not Android. Yep. Okay. It doesn't validate my personal experience with it. Okay. Why should Australia be part of the 5 since they do not have a federal bill of rights? You know. Because they can spy on everybody. They're like the Trump card. Oh, God. We can't figure it out. Australia, you figure it out. All right. Okay, it's my choice. Who should have access to my data, not the governing body of the land in which I'm located. Looks pretty much anything other than Mac or Windows offers flexibility every OS should have. Goodness, we have Linux. Couldn't use a PC with MS. Here I have a huge uBlock origin filters list. No, but I do have a about 20 or 30,000 line custom host file that's pushed on my entire router to every system in my network. What's the best Linux version to switch to? There are so many factors in that, so it really depends on, what are you using it for? Do you need the absolute latest releases, or do you want something that never really changes? I prefer the Debian family, so Debian, of course, Linux Mint is my favorite distro, mostly because they don't change. I don't want there to be change in the system. I have too many things to do to figure out a new software or whatever. That's why I don't care for the Arch or Manjaro view. Now, there's people, though, that need the latest of everything. If you always need the latest of everything, maybe you're on the front end, fringe of development, software, hardware developer, needing to test a variety of things, you probably want to be more on Arch. Arch, Manjaro, Antergos, things like that, because they're more rolling, versus I prefer Debian because I don't want things to change for my day-to-day job because I don't have time to figure out how to fix stuff or relearn software packages I already know how to use. I want the sheer stability. And so that's why I stick with what I stick with. So those are kind of your general views. As far as a brand new person switching to Linux for the first time, I have a top 5 list of Linux distros you can look at. I like Linux Mint. Ubuntu's pretty good. Peppermint, MX Linux, Manjaro. Manjaro is the only Arch-based one I have on there because Arch is a little bit harder usually. Those are the ones I would look into. And then figure out what works best with your configuration, what works best with your workflow. Been here from the start of the stream, though. All right. Worst thing Microsoft done so far? Internet Explorer. Filter list host file update. Call HBlock. You can get it through GitHub. Switched to Linux 3 weeks ago because Windows 10 screwed up my audio software. Hope Linux future will bring native support. GOG Galaxy for Linux. Okay. What if there isn't GIMP? There's Krita, another great replacement for Photoshop. Yes. I need to look into Krita again because Really, Krita in some ways was better than GIMP in some places. The deal breaker for me was at the time, last time I looked at it, the images, the text layers didn't render properly. They were aware of it. They said it was high priority to fix. That for me was the big reason I used GIMP rather than Krita. I'll have to look into it, see if they fix that. This has been a while ago since I've looked at it. Privacy, as a privacy activist, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's Microsoft taking everyone's data and selling it to other companies. Correct. Yep. Any company taking anybody's data and selling it to other countries. Gaming install Windows 10 is locked down pretty severely. You don't do anything but gaming. Very nice. Very cool. That's the way to do it, because there are legitimate reasons to keep Windows 10 around. It's just, you got to use it right. And sounds like the Miker's running it right. That's the way to do it right. Browser movies, email, entertainment, I can dual boot Windows or Linux, right? Yes. I generally recommend, particularly if you have a desktop computer, use different hard drives for the different installs. I'm not a huge advocate of having 2 operating systems on the same disk, but that's something you need to decide for yourself. But yes, you can dual boot. If you are looking at dual booting, you definitely want to install something in the Ubuntu family, because their installer does the absolute best job of making sure your current operating system stays put, and being able to very nicely add the second operating system. I've been invaded by a fuzzy snake again. All right. GNOME 3 send off data like Ubuntu report does. I don't know. Well, I don't think the GNOME project does. It kind of depends on the distro. Windows 10 was okay at launch, but in a downward spiral. I don't know. I thought it was already a downward spiral. GNU, Windows NT, match made in heaven or hell. I don't know. Let's go with hell. Attacked, so I fought back. Adobe is a pimp, and you. Yup. Thoughts on. Whoa, kitty! Don't mess with my microphone, cat. That microphone is fragile today, apparently. My thoughts on the Linus and COC thingy. I will talk about that tonight. Live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hello, Paul. I am well. How are you? All right. If we cannot easily move away from Microsoft, that means that something has to change to have competition in the OS market. Kitty? Kitty, leave my microphone alone. Kitty's over here like, yo, man. Yeah, this, Dude, cat! Alright, you're done. Come on, you're done. Okay, check, check. All right, we're back. I don't want to have to go on my backup mic. My backup mic sucks. If we cannot easily move away from Microsoft, that means something has to change to have good competition in the OS market. Correct. Yep. Linus comes back, there will really be a big explosion. If Linus comes back. Okay. Sometimes Windows can sometimes mess up the bootloader if it's on the same drive. That's why I put it on different drives. That's why I like it. Yeah, iRobot is a good movie. You should seriously watch it. So input out DVXK. Typically you have 70-80% frame per second. Not just the worst thing. Input lag, mouse issues. Thankfully, I have my Windows installed on an entirely separate disk, and neither is install even aware of the other. I just switch between them with UEFI. Yep, that's what I do. I actually like the IC dock option. You can just, I have 2 different size drives in there, and I just alter it with the power switches on the IC dock. Tried to convert people to Linux. Everything was fine until he tried to install .exe file. Oh boy. Love the hat. Well, thank you, Arthur. Tip of the hat to you. What about Red Hat Workstation developers can sign up and get it for free? Sounds better than running Fedora and upgrading every 6 to 9 months. Show them the package manager and let them search by type. Web browser will bring up Firefox. Yep. You guys get Dragonfly BSD to enable sound, or just install it through VirtualBox? No idea. Okay. Linus is on vacation. That's true. Linus stepped down from the Linux kernel for a period of time. An undisclosed period of time. He was put in timeout because of his outbursts and bad behavior. Arch may not work as intended while taking a programming class. Nothing worked correctly in Arch or Manjaro. Any GNU distro like Debian works. Correction, Microsoft Edge, not Internet Explorer. No, I think Microsoft Edge is better than Internet Explorer. Not much better, just better. Love my Debian, so do I. Have to use Windows 10 for my course. Does Circuit Wizard work under one? I've heard it doesn't. Yeah, well, might have to stick with Windows then. Hello, Bill Gates. Greetings. Why do most user-friendly distros are based on Ubuntu or Debian? Because they don't break very easily, and it's a lot friendlier community. The unfortunate thing about the Arch community is a lot of them are many times kind of stuck up, kind of stubborn, and not necessarily friendly. If you go over to an Arch forum and ask for help, they'll just tell you you're a noob and read the man page. Oftentimes. Debian communities and Ubuntu communities, a lot more friendly. I think that has a lot to do with it. And that's a generalization, but be my take on it. Like I tried Dragonfly BSD, doesn't support Pulse Audio. You only need Windows, use a VM. Yes. Kitty's still down here. Are you ready to come back up, Kitty? You can come back up if you leave my microphone alone. You want to come back up? You want to leave my microphone alone? You can come on. Come on. You got to leave my microphone alone. Come on. Leave the microphone alone, okay? Here, we'll make... I know you like laying on my mouse pad. There. There you go. I might be a little bit more distant. I moved the microphone far away from the cat. All right. There we are. Okay, that way I can have my fuzzy snake and pet my fuzzy snake and he won't knock over my microphone again. All right. You can use Linux, but when no one is looking, you can use Windows. There you go. Is Microsoft going to start charging monthly for Windows 10? They have a enterprise edition that is all enterprise. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Hello, Kyrie Holmes. Greetings. You put so much effort into this, sir. Well, thank you, John Doe. Yes, particularly the tinfoil hat times. There's always fun stuff in the tinfoil hat times. Like there's 2 aliens, the Illuminati. You can't see the fingerprint. I should have put the fingerprint somewhere else. But you guys spot the 2 aliens and the Illuminati by now, I assume. Hello, Frost Ranger. Greetings. Okay, it was back. There you go. All right. When do you guys think it will happen for home users? I don't know. Using Manjaro. Let's see. Using Manjaro is my primary, but playing with Peppermint. Yes, Peppermint is very nice. How to make Linux gain a lot of users quickly. Launch a famous game like AAA title for Linux and later for Windows. People will love games, will install it. Yeah, that's probably what you need to do. Have one of them joint united packages where someone can come in and be like, get this and you'll get the free distro USB key right in the box with the game pre-installed. What? Yeah, the Microsoft is charging customers now who want to keep Windows after 2020. They're going to be charging customers a subscription fee for security updates for Windows 7 to extend your Windows 7 life up to 2023. I think about the new Windows 10 lock screen. Haven't seen it. Look at me strange for using Linux as a desktop. You can look at them strangely for using Windows as a desktop. Like, why would you use that crap? Dual boot on 2 SSDs or drives, then also remove one you install the other OS, otherwise you'll get the same bootloader. Yes, you do have to install by removing the other drive. Unless you are having an installer that allows you to pick where the bootloader goes. Some of them do, some of them don't. If you want to try the GNOME flashback theme, I can give you the command line for it. Nah. All right. Can you dual boot Windows or Linux, but when it won't boot, then you've got a big trouble restoring grub is easy. Removing and reinstalling Windows bootloader doesn't always work. There's actually a Windows restore tool on the Microsoft website as well, though. But, I mean, screw it. Grub can load Windows just fine. You can always fix Grub, and Grub will run Windows fine. On the topic of Linus, did anyone consider that him being a genius might go hand in hand with somewhat more difficult personality? Should we make room for this kind of people? Maybe. Thoughts on Ubuntu versus Manjaro for KVM running gaming Ryzen system? It's a newer processor system. I guess Manjaro would probably have more, better, faster support, would be my thought. So a Linux distro that's bad for everything. Hannah Montana Linux. What is Xorg Windows resizing lag in general? I haven't noticed lag, but I don't know. Question, if I shred, wipe, clean SATA with a boot disk, will I then be able to install an OS via boot disk USB? Wait. Shred, wipe, clean a SATA with a boot disk. Will I then be able to install an OS via boot disk USB? Yeah, if you wipe a SATA drive, yeah, you can install an OS on there. I think that's what you're asking. Okay, people tend to react badly when switching to the subscription model. Take, for example, 3CXPBX. How about Gentoo or Linux from scratch, but pointlessly bloated and with all the Windows 10 style and flexibility? New Windows 10 lock screen looks identical to KDE lock screen. Oh boy, that's exciting. Well, you know, Microsoft keeps stealing things from Linux anyway, so not surprised. Eventually, everyone from Windows is going to get sick of this crap and go to Linux. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I trolled you the first time. What's the command for the GNOME flashback? Go and give it to us. Okay, I've got new Ryzen 7 PC. Currently, it's running Windows. Planning to go with Manjaro Deepin. Your thoughts? I'm not. I mean, I've been running Deepin for a little bit. Only if you really like the Deepin desktop. Manjaro is a good choice, but only if you like the deepen desktop. I find the deepen desktop gets really annoying after a while. That's my personal thought with it. Hannah Montana Linux equals best distro ever. Okay. Hello, yes, political monkey. You missed the discussion part. But yeah, it'll be on there. Oh, see me rot also. I guess I got two of my big followers just jumped on, so I might have to re-summarize everything. I will re-summarize everything in a few moments here. 7-year-old laptops to do something. I need to do something with them. Peppermint OS looks great. Sudo apt install GNOME session flashback. There you go. All right, so brief summary of what we talked about. Of course, we talked earlier about Microsoft having this model where they were pushing out a subscription model. So they just released that. Was this yesterday? 2 days ago. I think this is 2 days ago now. Yeah, on Monday they pushed us. This is Microsoft Managed Desktop. This is an enterprise thing for now. And basically, under a subscription model, you get the hardware, you get the Office 365, and you get Microsoft remotely managing all your computer stuff. Of course, that means all cloud technologies, all the settings they want to push on your device. And the scary part is this is rolling out to United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. Conveniently, the Five Eyes. Coincidence? I'll let you put on your hats and figure that out. All right. Rate it. All right. Hello, Matthew. Greetings. How are you? First thing I do is install GNOME Session and change GNOME CSS. Use vanilla GNOME on Ubuntu. Okay, Renard recommended Raspberry Pi Linux to record and process music. What's Renard? Or is that a person? I didn't see that. How do you record and process music on a Raspberry Pi? That would be curious to me. I have a friend that would be interested in that. Deepin looks too much like Windows 10 for me. Makes me cringe just to look at it. Looking for an alternative to TeamViewer. I do a lot of distro hopping and keep getting flagged for commercial use. So on VNC Viewer and VNC Connection, any thoughts? I know that there's, I know there is something else. Like Joe Collins talks about what he uses frequently to manage his Linux desktops. Check out Joe Collins' videos and see if you can track down what he's using. Manjaro, please stick with XFCE. The more unpopular DE, the worse experience on Manjaro. Mean for closed/secure systems. There are no closed/secure systems if you're letting Microsoft remotely manage it through the internet. Wake up and watching the stream. Well, greetings, Matthew, and good morning to you. GNOME is actually great to me, but they need better artists for their user interface. This is where we just about all the themes fail. We just need some polishing by someone who knows what they're doing. There you go. You ever thought of doing an open chat so you can talk to some of your subscribers? I have considered it. I'm thinking about opening up first to Patreon and Think Life Media supporters. I'm still in the process of thinking about it, and I think we just crossed like 20 Patreon supporters, so it's time to revisit that. We're close to 20 anyway. And so I kind of want to do that, and I'll look into it. One of the reasons I don't do a lot of it is because I like sticking with a set topic, and when you have a lot of people on, the topic kind of evolves to different places, which can be good. It's not always the most, not always the best for my personality. So I don't know. I'll look into it. I think if I start doing that, I'll start doing it with Patreon supporters first. And then we'll go from there. But I just don't know yet. Yeah, keep asking, though. All right, see you, Keegan. Hopefully he's doing well. Can't SSH because you're ISP? Oh yeah, but net neutrality is not a problem. You know? Does best stop spreading FUD about it. I don't have a problem with Manjaro. I'm just sick of Manjaro deeping. Right, KDE Master Race. Joe Collins uses SSH, you believe? Oh, okay. He's used KDE until it crashed all the time. KDE is awful and unstable. I have not had any issues with KDEs lately, personally, but no. Manjaro XFCE has an annoying bug. It resets the mouse pointer to default after booting. Black pointers on a desktop and the white program darker themes is annoying. Any solution? I don't know. I'm subscribed to your patrons. Awesome, Matthew. Well, thank you. Yeah, and let me know if the patrons particularly, let me know if that would be something we can do. Then I just need to figure out at times. Jaro updated and crashed, wouldn't boot a few years ago. Tried 6 months ago, same thing. Yeah, right now we have 84 viewers. I don't know how many likes we have on the stream. We peaked at 92. We have 84 presently. Watch our Extern OS video today. Did Extern make any progress? I'm not sure if they've made progress yet. I know he actually, last time I chatted with a developer, he liked my video the most, actually. His comments pinned at the top, and he said the awareness enabled him to hire extra team members. And so, I don't know. I'm not sure if they've made progress. I'd like to look into it, and I told him as soon as he does, let me know, and I'll review it again. John Meyer, KDE and XFCE. If a distro has a default DE, stick to the default unless you're 1% sure you know how to recompile. Yeah. For the mouse pointer problem, tried to change the environment file in Etsy. That didn't help. I added Breeze Snow to that file, no success. Huh. Let's got into this. Is this for real? I didn't think that MS was go for that. It seems a very good message for Linux. It's corporate. It is corporate. It's an enterprise service, and it's not a required. It's an optional service for now. You never know if a dedicated version of a distro will break something. Yeah. Debian doesn't really have default DE though. They leave all options blank and let you choose. That's one of the things I like about Debian. All right, well, I think we're going to go ahead and drive this home. So we're going to go ahead and do a final call for comments. And I'm going to see if I can get the kitty cam working again. I think it's about time I replace the kitty cam. It is not working well. I don't know if it's the computer or if it's the camera itself. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, buddy. You know what time it is, huh? You know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's time for a kitty treat. Yes, it is. Time for kitty treats. Temptations is not yet sponsoring the show, but if you guys want to sponsor the show, man, let me know. Kitty would be all over that. Ready, buddy? Here you go. Oh, let's do one more for, how about this one right here? And you gotta grab your last one. Yep, you gotta grab your last one. Oh, never mind. The last one's dropping. Are their finger looking good? Yeah, their finger looking good? Of course they are. Alrighty. Ooh, you can almost see the fingerprint now. Look at that. Alright, let's see. Tried no machine, bit by bit, can't get startup, no boot, need to be logged in the boot log. Okay. Case just choose the most stable, actually the most popular version. Yep. Debian desktop is known, but others work, then many not work. I'm not sure that there is a specific desktop for Debian. You can get a live key in Debian in nearly any desktop environment, and on the net installer, you can choose which desktop environment or environments you want to install. Tried Kubuntu after Mint stopped their KDE edition. Couldn't get anything up and running with sudo or su, such as Dolphin File Manager. Yeah, the Dolphin on KDE will not load with that. I think you can do it in Linux Mint KDE. I'm going to look into that a little bit more in the future. But the kitty is missing a tinfoil hat. Yeah, he's not a big fan of his tinfoil hats. Are you? You don't like tinfoil hats. He doesn't need one, though. He's actually, he's a super high-level alien. He doesn't need a tinfoil hat. I don't really need one either. I'm also of an alien race. But I just wear it because, you know, it's to spread it on. So, is this Windows Central I see at the bottom? That is where the photo came from. The photo came from Windows Central. Okay, if you pick Debian, desktop, and Debian, it's GNOME. I've never seen that option, but I will take your word for it. I haven't looked for it. Mate works great for me, at least on Debian testing. On stable, of course, out of date, missing some of the essential stuff. Cat loves me. Yes, he does. He just loves me because I feed him. All right, guys, we are going to jump off here. I will be streaming again 7 p.m. Eastern time. I think I will probably tackle a little bit of discussion on the code of conduct and the... Whoa, which direction are we going? Code of conduct and the Linus situation. I'll probably talk just a little bit about that, see what you guys have to say about it. And from there, you know, that's, I guess that's kind of what we're doing. Maybe if I need to hold out here for 4 more minutes, I can get 100 view hours on this video. Should we do that? Should we hang out for a few more minutes? See if I can get my total view time up to 94, because we have 77 concurrent viewers. I don't think that'll take long. I don't know. Here's a file, another file manager for root actions. You can solve it. Yep, you can. All right, yeah, we just bumped up another minute. See, I'm trying to see if I can milk this, get 100 total view time on the live view. Should we do that? What do you think? Yes, no? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Oh, more folks are jumping on, too. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump off here so I can actually get a little bit of work done today. So we will catch you guys later, and see you later on tonight, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Don't forget your tinfoil hats. And let's just go ahead and end this with the tinfoil hat intro again, because the tinfoil hat intro is kind of scary, isn't it?
Big Brother is watching. The Illuminati are planning to take over the world. The space aliens have arrived. Grab your hats. This is tinfoil hat time.
All right, well, we got to 96 total view time hours. We got to 92 peak concurrent, 79 on at the final. Average view duration is 18 minutes and 35 seconds, 311 playbacks. And chat rate is like 10 chats right now per minute, second? I don't know what that is. Well, anyway, guys, we will catch you guys later. Have yourselves a wonderful afternoon, and catch you later.